Hey, what's going on, you charming people out there? You guys are all intelligent. You guys are all fabulous. And you guys are all going to have a fantastic time this day. All right. Think it and make it so. What is this video about? Well, what class? I'm glad you asked. All right. This particular form is the I-327. Okay. That's what we're doing. We're going to jump right in. So don't forget to hit that, you know the drill. Support me on Black Site 32. You can check out my new 5 social media platforms, which are all on YouTube and a couple others you may not have known that I'm on. All on blacksite32.com. You can go to the social media page and add me. Okay. Appreciate it. Some of my followers, I've literally just made some of these pages. Some of them have been around for a while. I got like 1 and 2 subscribers. So help me build there, and I will continue to support you guys with videos. If not, then I guess I'll just wrap it up, close the channel down, and call it a day. I probably won't, but come on, work with me here. Just add me on the other channels too. Don't worry, I'll make sure the information is worth your while. All right. Let's go to the video. Share screen. Now, what do we have here? Okay, so this is the guide to the USCIS form I-327. So the Immigrations Department that issues visas and travel permits and documents and all that good jazz. Okay, so we're going to send a shout out to Frank Gogol. Looks like this was updated most recently. So credit goes where credit's due. That's why it's always funny when people are like, well, you shout out James on your channels, because there's lots of people who have got smaller channels and they've sent me some love, and when I hear about them mentioning me, I mention them back. That's how it works. But some of the patrons in their groups are like, well, you send so many people over to him and he makes so much money. Well, really? Please let me know how much money I'm making, because I'm still driving 2 used cars. Yeah, I ain't making that much money. Shut your pie hole. Swear, people can't please everybody. All right, I digress. Let's get to it. There are certain rules and regulations that lawfully permanent residents, that yes, need to follow if they wish to leave the United States of America for extended periods. This is where knowledge of reentry permit can come in handy. In this article, we will discuss everything about the Form I-327 and Form I-331, okay? Both of which are reentry permits. Let's see here. Let's try the reader. Let's see what the reader does here.
Form I-327, or the Reentry Permit, is a travel document issued by the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services to lawful permanent residents in America. This document allows lawfully permanent residents to travel abroad and return to the country. The Reentry Permit comes in a blue-green color and looks like a passport booklet. It has the words travel document written in bold on the front. Individuals whose applications for permanent residency haven't been approved can apply for advanced parole instead of a reentry permit, Form I-512. However, the USCIS has recently released a reentry permit with a redesigned booklet cover and a combination of security features that make the permit secure from counterfeiters and other fraudulent activities. Another reason for getting a re-entry permit is to use it as an international travel document instead of a passport.
Shazam!
This is mainly for U.S. permanent residents who are stateless and cannot get a passport from their country of origin. They can use the re-entry permit to substitute for places where they cannot use their original passport to travel. A permanent resident who got the resident card as a refugee or asylum seeker may apply for refugee travel documents or re-entry permits, but cannot apply for both documents simultaneously.
What? Did you catch that there, my good people? Oh, yes. You guys want me to continue? Shall we go on? Shall we? All right, let's jump back in the boat, see what we got going on.
Who needs Form I-327? Form I-327 is mainly required by permanent residents for re-entering into the United States of America. It is essential if the individual has stayed outside the United States for a significant period. For shorter durations, the permanent residency card allows entry into the U.S. However, individuals require a re-entry permit to return to the United States of America for longer durations. The re-entry permit ensures that the resident plans on coming back to America within the stipulated time. How to get a re-entry permit? Form I-327 is filled up when the applicant requires a re-entry permit before leaving the U.S. Form I-331, application for a travel document, is filled up, and the applicant requires a re-entry permit and other travel documents. Both forms need to be filled when the applicant is physically present in the United States in America. In general, the application takes about 90 days to be processed and approved by USCIS. Certain applications can be expedited on a case-to-case basis. Documents required for a re-entry permit. Copy of official photo identity document. Proof of lawful permanent residence. This can include the following. A copy of the front and back of the permanent residence card, also known as the green card or Form I-551. Copy of the biographic pages of her passport and copy of the visa page showing initial admission as a lawfully permanent resident. Temporary evidence of lawful permanent status and certified translations of all documents in English. Re-entry permit cost. The cost of the re-entry permit depends on the age of the applicant. According to the current rates published by the USCIS, these are fees for a re-entry permit cost. Age. Filing fee. Biometric services. Total. 13 or younger. $575. $0. $575. 14 to 79. $575. $85. $660. 80 or older. $575. $0. $575. When sending the payment, applicants must agree that they are paying for government service. The filing fee and biometric services are non-refundable regardless of the decision taken on the application.
What?
Payments can be paid via personal checks, cashier's checks, money orders, or credit cards. How long is a re-entry permit valid? A re-entry permit is often issued to permanent residents and is valid for 2 years from the issue date. However, the validity period can change for certain permanent residents who have spent extended periods outside the USA. This applies to conditional residents as well. If the applicant has been outside the United States for more than 4 of the 5 years after becoming a permanent resident, they risk losing their permanent residency. Permits with a 2-year validity are issued in the following cases. Permanent residents traveling on the order of the U.S. government, but for purposes other than exclusion, degradation, removal, or rescission order. Permanent residents who are employed by international organizations of which the United States is a member by a statute or treaty. Permanent residents who are professional athletes and regularly compete in events across the country and the globe. If a permanent resident spends a considerable amount of time outside the United States of America, it can lead to questions regarding their choice to live in America. Without strong roots in the U.S., permanent residents are at risk of losing their status. It is important to note that the USCIS does not renew or extend re-entry permits. If a permit has expired, the applicant needs to apply for a new one. Due to security reasons, USCIS does not issue a new match to an individual who already holds a valid permit to their name. Therefore, when applying for a new permit, it is essential to send the valid permit in your possession back to the immigration authorities. There is no need to send an expired permit. A word of caution: a re-entry permit is not a guarantee. A re-entry permit comes with its own set of complications and conditions. It often happens that permanent residents who went abroad for less than a year are questioned about their residency plans in the United States of America. Any trips abroad lasting more than a year lead to the termination of the permanent residency automatically. Therefore, if you are planning a trip abroad for longer durations of time, as a lawfully permanent resident, you must apply for a re-entry permit.
There you guys have it. So this is definitely a very fire thing to know, and it's definitely a very fire object to have. But let's just keep it real, because that's what we do here on the Wild Werewolf channel. So you're looking at like $600 for every 2 years versus the cost of about $200 or less for the passport. So this may not be necessarily the grandest of options, but it does seem like it is easier to get. I mean, for a lot of people out there who can't get the passport, this is how you do it. All right, there's far less requirements, way easier, a little bit more expensive. But for those people who can't get a passport for reasons, for reasons then explained, okay? So why don't you and your new visa get a freaking room, okay? So as always, much like Home Depot, I'm just providing tools. Whatever you guys use them for or need them for is up to you. But I know a lot of people will find this video most compelling. All right. So if you can't get a passport, maybe you guys should be just trying to get a visa. I-327 re-entry travel document might work for you. All right, guys, that's it. Wolf is out. If you like the information here, feel free to like, share, subscribe, share this video across the platforms, and do what you guys want to do. I'll talk to you guys later. Don't forget to support the man in black. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.